Well, still on business news, the government is ramping up its efforts to maintain economic activity throughout the country despite the obvious challenges. In this week's Market Insider, Lloyd Allen tells us about a number of projects in the pipeline at the Ministry of Works.
We have big plans for this community and for Harbour Island and for the mainland.
It was on Friday that Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works, the Honourable Desmond Bannister, shared more on the government's mandate to improve infrastructure throughout the country, moving away from the perception of a Nassau-centric government. Now, apart from the recent commissioning of the Roderick Newton Bridge connecting Spanish Wells and Russell Island in Eleuthera, there are a number of other projects set to inject jobs and economic stability in those areas.
$11 million here, $8 million in Exuma, $5 million in Long Island, $8 million in South Andros, $7 million in Grand Bahama. These are just some of the major projects.
Another project set to bolster Eleuthera's economy is the newly proposed Glass Window Bridge.
It's a 2-year process just to get to that stage. We have done the engineering studies. The engineers had to come out, they had to look at the tides, they had to look at, the waves get very high and the bridge closes at times. And then they came up with 3 potential designs.
Bannister noted that while each model for the new bridge is unique, there is a short list of requirements.
We had to ensure that the bridge was going to be high enough and sufficiently far away from the ocean side that the bridge would never have to close. We're going to be able to have artisans and craftspeople, etc., right there next to the bridge.
As for the other areas, Minister Bannister says the focus remains the same.
The airport in the Berry Islands is almost halfway finished. In 2 weeks, we're going to Andros for the London Creek Bridge. It's a bridge that we've finished in Andros. From there, we're going to come back to Andros again. We have another bridge there, Standard Creek Bridge. They will be, with this bridge, the one you saw in Long Island, those 2 in Andros, they'll be the first 4 bridges built in this country in over 30 years, since the 1980s. That's how serious we are about infrastructural development.
For this week's Market Insider, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.